Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I am Sophia Rose Emolihon, standing in front of you today to deliver this special speech entitled The Quiet Struggle Tackling the Mental Health Crisis of Students. You look around the school setting filled with students, laughing, chatting, and socially engaged, yet beneath the smile, some of those students are silently begging for help. They are consumed with feeling stressed and anxious, fearing they are not enough. Mental health concerns among students have developed into one of the most serious issues today. While grades, deadlines, and accomplishments matter, taking a toll on emotional stability. The mental health crisis is no longer a personal challenge. It is a collective challenge to our families, schools, and the future of our generation. Today, I'm going to be discussing the growing concern of mental health challenges for students, provide evidence of mental health challenges amongst students, dispel some myths, and conclude with a collective call to action that we all need to hear. Today's students are waging an invisible and often silent war. Sleepless nights and panic attacks and emotional burnout often hide behind academically good grades or a playful social media presence. The expectations of academically performing, experimenting on social media, and meeting the realities of societal expectations are pushing many to their breaking point. They are clearly exhausted. This is beyond a stage. It is a public health crisis. The scope of this crisis is summarized in a recently published research. The National Alliance on Mental Illness 2023 reports that 1 in 5 high school and college students have considered suicide in the past year, while most do not access help. The World Health Organization WHO 2023 estimates that 14% of adolescents live with a mental health conditions worldwide, while UNESCO 2022 found that less than half of the schools surveyed worldwide had trained mental health professionals on campus. The Department of Health in the Philippines 2022 found that 17% of junior and senior high school students exhibits moderate to severe depressive symptoms. Adding to the strains on mental health, students are living life in a digital space, which exacerbates the struggle. Students spend on average 3 to 6 hours on social media each day, which had been shown to correlate with increased anxiety, low self-esteem, and feeling of loneliness. A student's academic workload has also increased, creating a toxic ecology of academic, online, and social expectations that undermine mental health. Some remain under the impression that stress is simply a byproduct of growing up, that kids today are too sensitive, when in fact there is a distinct difference between regular stress and mental illness. Mental health conditions are medical conditions. You would not ignore a student with asthma, and mental health conditions should be not dismissed either, as this only postpones care. While we would never say to a student with a broken leg just to walk it off, or we continue to tell students with depression or anxiety to get over it, and it's no surprise they don't seek help. Stigma stops people from accessing treatments, leaving them alone in their suffering. Research shows intervention works. For example, in school-based mental health programs, researchers found students reported 15 to 20% less depressive symptoms after 2 years in school-based mental health programs in Canada and Australia. Schools that implements mindfulness or peer support groups in their academic classes with trained counselors, wellness routines for students within their school day, and safe spaces to discuss and share feelings We are setting our students up for success in their academic as well as their emotional wellness. It's time to acknowledge students' mental health. Schools must have trained counselors, programs in place for wellness routines, and safe environment in which to talk about emotions. Parents and teachers must be supportive, not judging. And most importantly, students should feel comfortable getting help. Students should be encouraged to express feelings of despair. Students should feel equally supported and protections as those with physical health problems. The mental health crisis among students is very real. It is urgent and it is preventable. We've all seen the statistics, we've all heard the misleading commentary, and now all too clearly we have understood the truth. Students need love and support, not silence. If we wish to develop a future with competent, gracious, and confiding citizens, we must begin protecting the minds of our youths today. Let's break the silence and be the reason someone gets the help they need today. Because no students should ever have to face their struggles alone. That is everything in my speech, and I hope everyone have learned something that could apply in their everyday lives. And that would be it. Thank you for listening.